You got slammed to the ground 3 times.
I only slammed you on the ground one time, sir, and it was very controlled.
You need to listen to me. I can't not feel myself. I can't breathe my legs.
Do you have insurance at this time?
I have a veteran.
Okay.
I can't hardly talk. I need help. You gotta help me, please.
Oh no, Eddie.
I can't move my legs. Please help me.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. I'm not sure why I've never seen this video that we're about to watch. I know it has been covered by other channels. I've never seen this video, and after watching it, I wish I had never seen it. This is very disturbing video involving a Army veteran by the name of Mr. Gregory Gross, who lives in Yuba City, California, who has now sued the Yuba City Police Department for $20 million. The lawsuit was filed in 2022. And after watching this video, to me, $20 million is, how do I say this? A spit in the face, if you ask me. It should have been 100 million. This is a really disturbing video, even for me to watch. Let's get into it and let's talk more about it here shortly.
Oh my God. Yeah, kind of a bad day. Come on.
Okay. What are you doing, dude?
Sit down on the ground, and I'll bring a car.
I didn't do
over
nothing.
here.
Ow! Ow! Quit my arm! I didn't do nothing.
You can start going with the program.
Ouch! That hurts. Quit it. That hurts,
It's
dude.
called pain compliance.
That
When
hurts,
you
dude.
stop resisting,
Ow! Ow! I'm not resisting. Why are you doing this?
Because you're just not going with the program.
I am. Quit hurting me. You're hurting me right now.
Not
You're
hurting
hurting me, dude. You're hurting me. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts, man. Jake,
So
it
Mr.
hurts.
Gross, listen to me.
Quit with me.
I'm not with you.
Yeah, you are. You
I'm
just
telling
did.
you the way this is going to go. Would you like to shut your mouth and listen?
you are not in control of the situation.
You are under arrest for hit and run and DUI. You're about to get placed into a patrol car. I was going to walk you over there, but you decided you didn't want to go with the program. So now you're sitting here like a 3-year-old.
Ow, 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 ow. That hurts.
Okay?
I was
So
walking.
listen. Listen.
Ow, ow.
And it will continue to hurt if you don't shut up and listen. And it will continue to hurt if you don't shut up and listen.
So just a couple things that stood out about this video, that this officer just threatened him if he doesn't, give up his First Amendment right as far as speaking freely, then he's going to continue to hurt him. I know this portion of what I just stated wasn't listed in the lawsuit, but I think that's something that probably should have been brought up. Here's one thing that I learned during my time in law enforcement. I actually worked inside of a jail first, and we had an exercise that we had to learn how to de-escalate situations. And I'm not the smallest guy in the world. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm like 6'3.5", almost 6'4". And at the time I was like 235 pounds. And we went inside of the jail cell, and it was different deputies and police officers acting as inmates, and it was a really crazy environment, and we had to de-escalate. And some of the quote unquote inmates we had to go hands-on with. So it was an exercise that we had to learn. And inside of that, although it's not real, you can get lost in the hype of the situation. And me and my partner, who was actually bigger than I was, this guy's like 6'5", 250 probably. He's, much bigger than I am. We have this little lady, she's acting as a out of control inmate, and we're taking her to the ground, and we're telling her, and we're yelling at her this crap that was ingrained in us in the academy: stop resisting. So we're on top of her, telling her to give us her hands. And she kept saying, I can't, I can't, I can't. She said it several times. So when the exercise was over, she called us to the side and she stated that, hey, look, guys, when I told you I could not give you my hands, I wasn't lying. There was no way for me to pull my hands from under my body because You two big guys were on top of me, and you're simulating pain compliance to get me to comply, but I really could not pull my hands out and I could not comply. That stuck with me for my entire career. And this is what happens in policing a lot. A lot of times we just don't think. Police officers just respond, and they're giving these orders or commands and not really thinking if the person can actually follow those commands or not. And we see that all too often. In this particular video, the pain compliance was completely unnecessary. Just because this guy slightly pulls away, he's handcuffed. There's no need for pain compliance or taking him to the ground or any of that stuff. You still can put him in the car with no issues. That stuck with me. That lesson that she taught me stuck with me through my entire career. I speak more on that in detail in the book. If you guys, hopefully you guys read it, Living in the World of Tyranny. I go into more detail on that situation, but police officers do not often stop and think about these type of things, and these are the type of results that we see.
You got anger issues?
No, not at all.
I just asked which way you're going. You slammed me up against the car.
Here,
Pure
no, grab
Democrat,
him. I gotta
dude.
put gloves
Pure
on.
Democrat.
And we've done it again. We're gonna keep doing this?
I can't breathe.
Are we gonna keep doing
I
this?
can't breathe.
You're talking, you're
You're
breathing.
talking, you can breathe. Okay, let's stand up. Stand up.
Put on your big boy pants.
on.
You want to act like a man.
Okay, let me out, please. Let me out, please. Yeah.
Stand up.
Stand up.
This is really bad. This is where Mr. Gregory Gross, this is where he actually suffers a broken neck. And if you see how the police officers, they lifted him up initially and then they let him down again on his face, which puts pressure on the back of the injured area, his neck. And throughout the video, pay attention. There's going to be a lot of things that they're doing that's going to make the situation worse. The injury, a broken neck, you can recover from that. Surgery, of course, rehab or therapy. There could be a number of things that you can do to kind of help the situation. But you have to be very careful in these type of situations because you can also make it a lot worse. And I think between the staff at the hospital and the police officers who actually caused the injury, they also made the injury a lot worse.
Come on, you're a man. Be a man.
I can't feel my legs.
You can feel your legs.
All right, there's a wheelchair right behind you. You get to sit.
Stand up.
I can't feel my legs, dude. I'm sorry. I can't feel my legs. Dear God. Dear God, damn it, I can't feel my legs.
Come on. Don't forget your pasta box.
My legs. I can't feel my arms, sir.
Mr. Gross, we are done with your silly little games. He was assisted to the ground.
Does he have a cough or shortness of breath or anything?
No.
Anything like that? It's just a med clearance for jail?
Yeah, the nose thing just happened in the grass out there.
I can't feel my legs.
Do we want to just grab his arms and flop him up on the bed and then we can...
That just doesn't go more. One, two, three.
Yeah.
All right, sit up. We're gonna move those cuffs around.
Ah.
Come on, sit up for me, Mr. Gross. Sit up for me. All right, let's do this.
Again, notice how they're just picking him up, pushing him over. They're placing their hands on the back of his head and the back of his neck, and they're pressing, causing him to move that injured area. This is making everything worse.
Go right here. I'm gonna pull him just to the side.
Okay, can you unlock it
I'm
and
working-
just do it? Just oh, you are.
We're working on
Is
it.
it okay? I thought you meant you were gonna.
There's a method to my madness.
It's really. I know. I get it. Okay.
Trying to get the cuffs off of you.
Sit up, nice and straight. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, it might be some temporary from me landing on him, but when I took him, I had him in an arm bar, and so I swept his feet and tried to get him to land on his knees, and then so I was on top of him, but his knees hit.
So he didn't like just
No, I didn't like just plank him out. No, that would be wrong.
right. Yes. Even if he's frustrating.
Yeah. No, I tried to get him on the ground so that we could then just double pick him up and just drag him in.
Yeah. I mean,
But he pulled away, so I.
As I stated earlier, you just heard the officer stated that Mr. Gregory pulled away, meaning I took him to the ground. That's what we were trained in the academy. We were trained to do that in the academy. If a handcuffed individual pulls away from you, then you take them down hard. This was actually one of the things I started questioning in the training, because my thought is this: if a handcuffed individual can get the best of me, I probably should not be a police officer. So I never understood why we would have to take them down so hard to the ground if they're handcuffed and they're not going to escape. You're not going to get very far. You don't have all of your strength, and there's 2 or 3 officers around. I think this is a really ridiculous training, and it was one that I questioned from the beginning.
You guys slammed it around 3 times.
I only slammed you on the ground one time, sir, and it was very controlled.
You need to listen to me. I can't not kill myself. I can't breathe my legs.
Do you have insurance at this time?
I have no veterans.
Okay.
I can't hardly talk. I need help. You gotta help me, please.
Oh no, Eddie.
I
Okay.
can't move my legs. Please help
Okay.
me. Please help me, God.
Hold close
Please help me.
again.
I can't move my legs. Please, please help me.
Yeah.
You just started.
I'm done.
You just started.
I'm out of here.
No, don't move.
Don't tell me again you can't move.
I can't.
Mr. Gross, I'm going to explain something to you. We have to take your handcuffs off in order to put you on this bed. Okay, I'm going to take them off.
I can't move, man.
Here, I'll take this off right now.
Life, dude. I felt no life.
Okay.
That handcuff on my left hand is so tight I can't stand it.
Okay. Relax your
Dude,
arm.
I'm a good guy. Don't do this to me, please.
Okay. Relax. Relax
I
your arm.
love my wife and kids.
We're going to slide you over onto this.
I love my kids. I miss them. I go ahead, man. I can't feel. Oh my God, I can't feel my legs. What happened to me? Oh my God. Dear Lord.
So if you don't mind,
Please,
slide here.
Please help me.
Okay, just like
Please
that.
help me, God.
All I need you to do is
Oh my
hold
God.
real still, okay, Mr. Gregory?
Please help me, Lord. Dear God, help me. So bad.
Oh, that's how it works.
As some of you guys may already know, Mr. Gregory Gross, he was left with a broken neck. He underwent 2 surgeries to fuse his spine back together. Unfortunately, he was unable to walk or care for himself, and he's going to need around-the-clock care for the rest of his life due to the actions of these police officers. Mr. Gross also filed a separate lawsuit. So he settled the $20 million lawsuit against the police department, but he filed a separate lawsuit against the Ride Out Memorial Hospital in Marysville, California, along with the University of California and Davis Medical Center, alleging their actions contributed to his condition. And it did. As medical staff, you never just take the word of an officer. You got to have some type of medical knowledge. Okay, whatever policing do or the officers do out in the street should not affect your job within the hospital. You're supposed to treat people no matter what, you know. So they allow the story of the officer to dictate their medical knowledge or their medical experience, and they just kind of laughed at this guy and mistreated him and didn't take anything he said seriously. Again, I don't know why I've never seen this video. I kind of wish I never had seen it. This really disturbed me. I was really, wow, this poor guy is just screaming in pain. And he's literally stating that I can't breathe. Is it so hard for you to understand that you just dropped the guy on his face? All right. He comes up, he's bloody. He has blood all over his face. He's limp. Okay. He's even, if you listen carefully, he's speaking differently. Okay. In the beginning of the video, you know, he's speaking very clearly. When he goes down face first, he comes up. You can hear like a slur in his speech. Something's wrong. Something has changed. Okay. So for them to continue to think he's just faking this, I'm at a loss for words. Officer Joshua Jackson for the Yuba City Police Department, it was stated that he left the department in 2021. But I'm not sure if he was fired or what happened with him. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure no disciplinary actions were ever taken against this particular officer. He probably left that department and found a job at another department. This is what policing looks like in America. Make sure you know your rights. And for these reasons, always report the police. Make sure you stay safe. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.